Alright guys, so for this final season of Warzone, I'm going to show you how you can reset the tac sprint really fast, making it a lot easier to quickly move around the map. As most of you know by now, dolphin diving will reset your tac sprint. All you have to do is hold the crouch button while you're in a full sprint, dive to the ground, and then press the jump button twice, and you're able to start tac sprinting again. Now, what a lot of you don't know is that there's actually a way to do it that's even faster, and it makes the transition from the ground back into a sprint much more smooth and fluid. You can see here as I'm using the dolphin dive to reset the tac sprint, once I'm on the ground, I have to go from prone to crouch to standing before I'm able to use the tac sprint again. It feels kind of slow and clunky going from the ground back up to my feet, and this could be bad if someone's shooting at you, a team's chasing you, or even if you're running from gas, just because of the amount of time you have to stay in one place. Now watch as I do this again. Everything's the same except for when I get to the ground, I can immediately go from prone back into a full tac sprint without having to crouch and stand first before I start running. Now you do have to be careful with the timing here or it won't work, but we're going to come back to that towards the end of the video, so make sure you stick around until the end because there is actually a trick to doing this. Now the first thing you need to do is make sure your controller settings are right. First, under the controller tab, make sure if you don't have it already, automatic sprint is set to automatic tactical sprint. That way there you just move your left stick forward to start tac sprinting, and it makes running in fights much easier. Next, you're going to go over to the advanced tab under the controller settings, scroll down to where it says input dead zone, and if you move your left stick maximum down to 80 or 85, it's going to make it so you start sprinting sooner, and instead of having to move your left stick all the way forward to start sprinting, you're only going to have to move it 80% of the way. It's a trick I learned in Caldera, and it makes the movement feel a little bit snappier. Now finally, you want to come all the way down to where it says tactical sprint behavior. Make sure it's set to single tap sprint. This is the setting that makes resetting the tac sprint easier, and it's very important that you have it set to single tap sprint. That way there you only have to press one button once to get from the ground back up to sprinting. Now once you have single tap enabled, all you have to do to reset the tac sprint is hold the crouch button to dolphin dive. The instant you hit the ground, you press your right stick in, and at the exact same time you're keeping your right stick pushed forward so the tactical sprint resets. All you're doing is you're tapping the right stick or R3, and then you keep the right stick pushed forward just like when you're running. It's super easy, and it's going to allow you to skip the crouch position and just immediately go from prone to sprint. Basically, you start the sprinting process from the ground, and it makes it so you're not having to wait standing still while you're getting back up. Now, the only downside to doing it this way is you have to make sure you're getting your timing right, and you're going into your dolphin dive a bit before the tac sprint runs out. If the tac sprint runs out or it's even close to running out, it's not going to work, and then you have to hit jump from prone in order to reset it. Now this is way easier to do when you have the double time perk enabled, just because it doubles the duration of the tactical sprint and it gives you more time before you have to dive. All you have to do is just get into a rhythm like I am here. Just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, dive, get back up, do it again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, dive. And like I said before, if it's ever not working, especially if you don't have double time enabled, just hit the jump button twice once you hit the ground, and then once you get back up on your feet, the tac sprint should reset. Hopefully this helps in the final season of Warzone 2. I will have a drop shot video out soon showing you a couple tricks that you might not know, also explaining why when someone uses a drop shot against you, you could be at an unfair disadvantage, and why I think it should have been nerfed. I'll also have a few more PC videos out soon and a ton more content that will help give you an advantage whenever the new game drops. Make sure to subscribe so you get notified. Also, liking and commenting helps me out a ton with the algorithm. If you found this video helpful, drop a like. Follow me over on Twitter to stay up to date on everything Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare 3, and subscribe to the YouTube channel for more short, straight to the point videos like this. I'll catch you next time, and if not, kick rocks. Peace.
Kick rocks, biatch.